Sometimes when we send students to a website to read something, they're confronted with all of this stuff. Advertisements, story highlights, related stories, videos, even advertising and comments. That can be distracting for a lot of our learners. Fortunately, there's an extension available through the Chrome Web Store that you can add quickly and easily and take away all that distraction. Here's how you do it. First, you're going to open a new tab and look for in the upper left hand corner where it says Apps. When you click on that button, it takes you to the Chrome App Store. Here in the upper left hand corner is a link to the store. The rest of these are apps that I've already installed. When I go into my store, then I'm going to search for the word Clearly. And this is an extension, it's not an app. And I'll show you the difference here in a second. I've already installed it, but you'll see a button here that says free. You'll click on that and it will ask you to approve it, and then it will show up on your browser bar at the top of the screen. Your browser bar may look like this, where you've got the URL bar that goes all the way across, these three lines that get you to the options menu, and then these two arrows pointing to the right, and that's your drop-down menu of all your extensions that you may have installed. To make those visible, you can simply position your cursor where you get those two arrows pointing in different directions, click and hold and drag to the left and reveal any extensions you want to have available. And I'll show you why that's important right now. If I go to the CNN story about the missing flight simulator data, again, that's the thing I showed you earlier that's really distracting. There's a ton of stuff going on there. I want to make it look easier for my kids to read. So I'm going to click on my Clearly extension, and that's this little lamp icon in my browser bar. When I do that, it takes away everything that's distracting. It takes away all the ads, all the related videos. It includes the photos with captions, but in a way that makes sense. Okay? Now you might be saying, well, I don't like the look of that. That's really dark. Well, I can change the themes so that it appears however I want it to. If a student prefers a font that has a serif, these little hooks on the end of the letters, we can do that. If you prefer it to be in more like an Arial or Helvetica look, you can use that. Or you can select the custom button and have it appear however you want. You have a reader that has difficulty seeing small letters, make it a bigger font. You want to make it take up less space, use the small font. There's all sorts of options here. You can then print this if you want them to interact with it and write on the paper if you're doing a raise strategy, for example. If you're using Evernote, and if they've got a Google Apps account, they can have Evernote. They can highlight a section and then use that Evernote button to clip it to Evernote so that it goes directly into their notes. So if they're doing research, it's a matter of highlighting and clipping that Evernote button so that it takes it directly to their account. If you have readers who could benefit from text-to-speech, that's available here. That's available, again, if you sign on through Evernote. Great tool, lots of power, great adaptability and customization. I strongly recommend you getting Clearly as an extension from the web store. Again, go into the web store, type in the word Clearly, add that extension, and I think you'll be much happier, and your kids will be too, without all that distraction.